Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. My video title, you know what this video is about. My 2024 QB tier list. I do one of these every year. Ever since I started doing the sports stuff on the YouTube channel, taking the YouTube channel more seriously a few years ago. So I've been doing one, like I did a ranking last year and the year before that too as well, ranking all starting QBs. So my tier ranking list consists of let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different categories. We have 5 different categories right here that I'm gonna break down to you as I go to them. As you guys know, one give me person who's number one. You already know Patrick Mahomes is number one. You know, so there's no ifs, ands, and buts. That's one give me right there. That's the one that's 100% will never be moved. And I think he's gonna be number one for quite some time. You know, for the next probably 8 to 10 years. So yeah, that's one that's already on the list. But we're gonna dive into some other quarterbacks and see where everybody land. You know, got 5 different tier brackets, so we're gonna see what goes on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave and comment. We'll just switch up. Different guys you add in certain spots, guys you move up, or guys you move down. Let me know down below in the comment section what you would do. But without further ado, let's get straight into the tier ranking. Okay, we're starting from the bottom. And the bottom spot is a tier. Going up. So 1 is high for me. I mean, 1 is like the best of the best, and 5 is the low to low. So we start off with the 5th tier. As you guys can see on the screen, and it's a tier bracket I call nope. Last year I called it and the year before that they call it nah. So today, this year it was called nope. And there's only one player in that tier bracket, and it's the Giants quarterback, Daniel Jones. Now, Daniel Jones, I'm not saying he's like a terrible quarterback, but I just don't see the fit. The Giants keep trying to trick themselves and keep trying to go out there and force Daniel Jones to be this guy and be that guy, but he's just not it. So Daniel Jones is just not it. He's just not the guy for the job, I think, for the Giants, and the Giants have been holding themselves back for quite some time. I think maybe if you switch like teams and go somewhere else, maybe he'll probably be the guy somewhere else. My prediction for the Giants to get a quarterback, I think next year, Dak Prescott. You know, as you guys know, the Cowboys got to pay Dak Prescott. You know, they got to pay Dak, they got to pay CeeDee Lamb, and they got to pay Marcus Parsons. They have some big contracts coming up. They want to extend those guys. I think Dak Prescott might be the scapegoat. You know, the Cowboys always find a way to scapegoat their quarterback, and he might go to New York. And I think with New York, he might can make some things happen, like on a little revenge tour. So that's kind of my prediction of what might happen. Daniel Jones, he can find a different home somewhere else, but I feel like Daniel Jones is just not it. I don't have any type of confidence. If I was a Giants fan, I don't have any type of confidence either. They don't have any confidence either. But as a fan of the NFL, of course, I have no confidence. Just like last year, I'm a Steelers fan, as you guys know. Kenny Pickett, I try to give it a chance at the chance, try to force yourself to be like, maybe he can make it work, but it just in the end, like it's just not gonna work out too well. So you can't keep forcing yourself trying to like make it work like that, make it work with this guy. It's not gonna work. So hopefully the Giants find a way to get something different there. Maybe they'll find a different quarterback in the future. But as of now, in 2024, I have Daniel Jones ranked last. You know, I have him ranked the bottom on the 5th tier in the note section. So let's move on to the next tier. Okay, guys, the next categories. Tier 4 is rookies. You know, rookies, as you guys know, entering the season, they haven't played a game yet. You know, we've seen a lot of training camp things going on. They haven't played a game. It's not right for me to put them like in the rankings fully and like put them up there with certain guys. You know, they haven't played an NFL level game yet. We see a lot of guys who get highly graded and they enter like Ryan Leaf or somebody or Jamarcus Russell. They enter in and then it just don't turn out too well because they're in the wrong scenario or wrong place. But as of right now, I have the rookies ranked, as you guys can see a little bit on the screen right here. I have Caleb Williams at the first spot. Of course, you know, Caleb Williams, very good quarterback. You know, in college, you know, Heisman Trophy winner. That's very good. Has a strong, powerful arm. Can throw the ball on the run. Can make all the throws you want. And the quarterback, one of those top tier guys, and going to be a game changer for his team, and supposed to be the savior, basically the franchise savior for the Bears. So I think he should go out there and be phenomenal quarterback. And I think he's the best out of the rookies entering in. Next, we got Jaden Daniels, of course. Jaden Daniels, quarterback from LSU, last year's Heisman Trophy winner, amazing dual threat quarterback. Kind of reminds me of a skinny Josh Allen, because you know he's about 6'5", kind of the same height and stuff. Has a strong arm as well, but he's a little smaller in frame. Kind of reminds me of a skinny Josh Allen, the way his play style is. He keeps plays alive. He's a nice fit for Washington because Washington O-line is still a little damaged. So him being able to be mobile will help the Washington O-line out a little bit like that and keep himself from getting sacked as well. I think the Washington Commanders will find a way to implement him. He do some things. I don't know. He most likely starting, of course, week 1. I don't know how Washington gonna look. I don't know if they're gonna have a winning record or not, but him having Terry McLaurin over there, having Jahan Dotson, having some pieces over there, some guys he can get the ball to, it might be pretty good for him. I think Jaden Daniels can go out there and be good. I have him the second best rookie quarterback entering the season. Next, I have Drake May. Drake May, as you guys know, Drake May is a pretty good quarterback. Very accurate, and he's sneaky athletic as well. He can run the ball as well, but he's very accurate. He's all about timing. I think if you go by NFL ready, he might be the most NFL ready because of his accuracy and his ability to deliver from the pocket, because you know the NFL is going to be all about delivering from the pocket. We know guys can get out the pocket and make throws and make plays, but can you deliver from the pocket? We see him do that constantly in college, using that accuracy of his, the touch on the ball, and everything is nice. But he was in North Carolina. You know, we've seen Central North Carolina quarterbacks like Mr. Trubisky, who came into the league and then looked too good, and, you know, kind of things get to him. He's playing for the Patriots as well. The Patriots got a lot of holes to fill. The offense is a little shaky. You know, the defense is pretty good, but the run game is a little shaky. Offensive line a little banged up last year, a little shaky as well. So he has some things that get fixed around. So we're gonna see how he looks. But overall, I think Drake May is a pretty good quarterback. Moving on next. JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy, as you guys know, the Vikings, they wanted him. That's the guy right there they wanted to get. JJ McCarthy. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of JJ McCarthy, as you guys know. I'm not saying he's bad or anything, but I just feel like it was kind of like boosting him a little too much. I think JJ McCarthy can go out there and be a pretty good quarterback, especially having Justin, Jefferson, and having TJ Hockenson, having these different pieces you have to help you out. Of course, and then Aaron Jones is now a Viking as well, so he have a lot of pieces around him. You know, Michigan was more of a run-based team, run-first team, and run-heavy team, so we didn't really see a lot of JJ McCarthy last year and the previous years, but when we did see him in those opportunities he got, he made plays, he made things happen, accurate, so he can make throws on the run as well. When the pocket collapsed, when everything is not perfect around, he made plays as well. So I think the Vikings was the perfect setting for him, a perfect setting for really any rookie quarterback, because it's like they have a lot of weapons, offensive weapons. Defense, have his moments sometimes. They lost some pieces. They lost Daniel Hunter and stuff. But overall, the offense has a lot of weapons. They have a lot of guys you can give the ball to and make some things happen. So I think Jay McCarthy going there is nice. And then next we have, of course, Bo Nix. Bo Nix is on the last one I have on here. As you guys know, Bo Nix is on the Broncos. Sean Payton loves him a lot. He's trying to compare him to Drew Brees. I don't think he's Drew Brees, but I think he can go out there and be solid. Now, I don't know if he's starting this season for them or not. I know you got Jarrett Stidham there. Most likely, he'll probably start this season for them. But I think Bo Nix is a solid piece, solid quarterback to go out there, the Broncos, to get. I was hoping the Broncos, well, from a fan perspective, the Broncos get a Michael Penix Jr. That would have been perfect. And the reason Michael Penix Jr. is not on this list right here is because I'm going to go with my guys who are going to start. I think all these guys right here are going to start. Because I doubt Jarrett Stidham started with Bo Nix. So I think Bo Nix and Jay McCarthy, Drake May. Drake May a little, it depends, because I don't know if Jacoby Brissett going to start or Drake May, but it depends. But most likely, I think Drake May will start. You know, you start with the best available. So then Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. So I guess I can add them both on here in this list right here in this kind of like sense. I do have Jacoby Brissett in the of course the tier ranking as well. I'm kind of like confused. I don't know if he's gonna start or he's not gonna start. But I think overall the rookie tier ranking right here is pretty good. In the bubble, I have like Justin Fields, Michael Penix Jr. because I feel like I don't think they're gonna start year one. Justin Fields has got to the Steelers. Russell Wilson's gonna be a starter. They kind of already implemented that a little bit. Now he stayed competing, but I think the starting spot already taken. Now, let some things happen, he might probably be the starter. But I think initially he's gonna be Russell Wilson. And I think for of course the Falcons is gonna be of course Kirk Cousins. So I think both of those guys start. So that's why I didn't put them in these tier rankings or like in this list. But this is my rookie tier right here, which is tier 4. Now let's move on to tier 3, which is my limbo tier. Okay, this is tier 3, my limbo tier. And by limbo, I mean guys who are, limbo means in the middle. They're kind of like, they like kind of on the edge. Like you need to see something, you see more. It's like, okay, are they good or are they like not too good? They're bad. It's like kind of like in the middle. Like a lot of question marks around their play. I feel like it's not a lot to put them at the bottom, but it's a lot of question marks around their play. You're like, I don't know. Starting off first, the guy who shouldn't be here is Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is a guy who is highly graded coming in. But as you look at his numbers and compare his numbers, a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of that meme going around, a lot of people comparing his numbers to Gardner Minshew, and they're basically on par. And Gardner Minshew kind of got a slightly beat in some of those aspects. And he's also a Pro Bowler as well. The same amount of Pro Bowls that Trevor Lawrence got as well. So it's crazy to see that. And Trevor Lawrence is an amazing player. But I feel like he hasn't kind of reached his full potential yet. So hopefully he can kind of get in that groove and start reaching his full potential. But as of right now, Trevor Lawrence has not been the same. It's like he either start the season off bad and then end good, or he start the season off good and end bad. Last year they had opportunity. It was in a spot. They put them in the playoffs. They was in the playoff race. They were winning their division. They were going out there and making things happen. like I was saying, Trevor Lawrence either start the season off, good and then end bad, or vice versa. Reverse like last year they had an opportunity. It was in the playoffs. It was in the playoffs, playoff chance. They had it going. Remember the year before last, they went out there and defeated the Chargers. Like a big comeback. But Trevor Lawrence did throw 4 interceptions in that game. He was playing kind of bad, but since they won the game, no one really talked about that too much. Then they played the Chiefs. They fell short. They had a lot of kind of like momentum building in coming to the season. Then they go out there and start off good. Then they fall off. Really happened after that terrible towel. Remember they got the terrible towel. Messing with it. The terrible towel curse is real. I'll tell you guys, it's real. They got the terrible towel. Start swinging around, messing with it, and hey, they started losing a lot of games. They lost their last game to the Titans at home and missed the playoffs. Now we're going to see what happens with Trevor Lawrence and with the Jaguars. I think Trevor Lawrence shouldn't be in this tier right here. He should be in the good tier, the tier above. But he's in this tier because we kind of still haven't seen the full thing. We're like, okay, he showed us some good stuff, and he showed us some not so good stuff. So I have Trevor Lawrence right here at first in this tier. Next, I have another guy who shouldn't be here as well. It's Deshaun Watson, a guy who's getting paid. He's the highest paid quarterback entering in 2024, getting a $65 million cap hit on the salary cap in 2024, which is crazy. And he went out there and played terrible. If you look at his numbers compared to his Texans years to his Browns years, they have not been the same. His Texans years, he was a 3 or 4 time Pro Bowler, amazing player, led the league in touchdowns his last season as well. And then we got to the Browns, have not been the same. I know he was suspended the first like 7, 8 games from that. He was doing some crazy stuff. That's why I'm surprised he's still able to play. But they had him suspended for the first games, and he went out there and he's played a little bit, and he didn't look too good. And then the following year he came back and he played, and he didn't look too good. He was banged up and got injured and stuff. So he didn't get injured again. So basically, I think this is year 3 for him. If I'm not mistaken, this is year 3 for him entering with the Browns or something like that. But Deshaun Watson, they pay him a lot of money, a big time money. That's why you don't pay guys before they get on the field. They always paying them this crazy amount of money for these trades to happen. But like, wait till you get into your uniform, because some guys are system guys. They fit well in certain systems. Some guys can play anywhere, like a Tom Brady. But not everybody can do what Tom Brady did, win a Super Bowl with 2 different teams, or Peyton Manning did, win a Super Bowl with 2 different teams. Some people need a certain structure. Deshaun Watson, I think the Browns got nice amount of weapons around him. They got Jerry Jeudy now too as well. They had Mark Cooper as well. David Njoku, great defense as well. Defense was phenomenal last year, but just feel like Deshaun Watson is really not the answer. But we're gonna see if he can kind of like get back to being that level. But that's like I'm in limbo right here, because I feel like we've seen it before. We've seen him go out there and be great, but can he get back to being that like he was with the Texans? So we're gonna see. Another guy I have on this list, of course, is Will Levis. Now Will Levis was a rookie last year. So he had a lot of positives and a lot of negatives and stuff. I feel like this is kind of the year to see like he's gonna get up there, or the year to see he's gonna maybe kind of go back down. But even if he had a bad year, I still keep him in this tier right here, because I feel like young QBs and young players should at least give them like 3 years, 2 to 3 years. They're kind of like to get like a sense of what they're gonna be. Will Levis, we see him with a strong arm, powerful, very tough quarterback. As you look at the plays he made last year, and having DJ Hopkins as a guy for a young quarterback is very good. Then you have Kevin Ridley get added to your team as well. Tony Pollard, so they're trying to go like a fast pace of offense. They're trying to get that like that kind of use a lot of pass heavy type style. So Tony Pollard can catch the ball in the backfield. He can line up as well and do some different things at the backfield, and line up as a receiver and a slide outside. So they're gonna be using him all over the place. So I think the Titans gonna have that fast paced style that fit Will Levis perfectly. So we'll see what happens. Now moving on next to the next topic. Next quarterback, Russell Wilson. The Steelers quarterback. Our quarterback. Russell Wilson last year looked pretty good. His number wise, and play wise as well. But he's still kind of in limbo. We know Russell Wilson, the future Hall of Famer, like a 9 or 10 time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion, been to 2 Super Bowls, amazing player, phenomenal player. But Russell Wilson kind of still in a limbo state. I think he's 36, 37ish, a little older now. Kind of getting closer to the end. So Russell Wilson kind of in that limbo state a little bit, because we want to see, can he duplicate that, but do it when they winning? The pressure's on a little bit, because he had a little pressure on him with the Steelers, a little pressure on, because the Steelers are expecting him to go out there to lead them to the playoffs and make it a playoff win. Not Super Bowl contending team, but like at least get there to the playoffs, and you never know what can happen. With the good defense, a few things go your way, you never know what can happen. So I think Russell Wilson got a little pressure on him, so we're going to see if Russell Wilson can get back to being the Russell Wilson we've seen with the Seahawks, and the Russell Wilson we've seen last year as well, in those little bursts with the Broncos. So we're going to see if he can get back there. Another guy I have on here is Bryce Young. As you guys know, Bryce Young rookie season didn't go too well, but now he got another guy and Jesse Johnson added. You got Xavier Legette, big target. They call him Big Country, added to the outside. So hopefully he can get back on track, you know, like he was at college. He was very good at college, very accurate, very talented, but kind of like a little stuck, a little stagnant. His rookie season didn't go too well. You know, playing for the worst team is not going to help you out too well, especially when the coaching staff and everything is not really investing into everything you're doing. Frank Wright, he's a good offensive coordinator, but as a head coach, with the Panthers, he didn't really do a good job. You know, he did a good job, solid job with the Panthers. I mean, with the Colts last year, but with the Panthers, not last year, but years back. But with the Panthers, he didn't really do too good of a job. So we're gonna see what happens. Derek Carr is in this tier right here. I tried to give Derek Carr a chance multiple times. Like put him in a higher tier, but I just feel like Derek Carr is not. He's not bad. He's not great. He can be good at times. He can be good at times. He can be bad at times too. So he's kind of like in the middle. It's like if you would rate him on a scale of 1 to 10, you give him like a 6.5 or something, because he's like one of those quarterbacks. He's like, I can win games with him, but am I gonna win a championship with him? I don't think so. And I'm gonna make the playoffs all the time with him. Maybe not. Maybe sometimes, but maybe not too often, because he only got one playoff game played with the Raiders. You know, he led them to the playoffs twice. One, he got injured in one of them. It was 12-4 that one year, and then one time he played and he lost to the Bengals. But Derek Carr wasn't really like all that. And the Saints now, the Saints got a lot of weapons around, but it just seems like Derek Carr is just really a little shaky still. So I'm gonna keep him in the limbo spot. I have also Anthony Richardson. I'm in the limbo spot as well. Anthony Richardson just needs to learn how to slide. You know, he played a few games early on. He looked very good. He has a lot of potential. I still think he can be one of the best quarterbacks in that draft class with his strong arm and his ability to run and get the pocket as well and make things happen. But you gotta learn how to slide. You know, Call of Duty slide, baseball slide, whatever you want to call it. You gotta learn how to slide. And once you start doing that, you'll be good. The last person I had on here, of course, is Uncle Rico himself. Gardner Minshew, I have him on here as well. I think Gardner Minshew is a solid quarterback. I take him over. I had Daniel Jones at the bottom tier. I take all these quarterbacks right here over Daniel Jones like that. So I have Gardner Minshew here as well labeled. Jacoby Brissett, as I mentioned, I feel like I didn't have him on the list fully because of I didn't know if he's gonna start or not. But if he did start, I put him in a limbo spot as well. I think he's a good quarterback. I feel like if you start him 8 games, he'll win you at least 4. Sometimes he might win you 5, and he might lose 5, but most of the time you're gonna be kind of around that middle spot. It's not gonna be. You're gonna be a little good, be a little bad, but not nothing crazy where you like drastic. Kind of like Tyrod Taylor a little bit as well. But I think Gardner Minshew is a nice quarterback. Pro Bowl last year, they fell a little short, the Colts, but this year he's playing for the Raiders. Got Devontae Adams, got Jacoby Myers. Got a lot of different pieces. Got a tight end from Georgia as well, a young tight end. So we're gonna see what happens. But this is my tier 3 rankings. You know, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Let's move on to the next tier, which is the good tier, tier 2. Okay. Tier 2, which is my good tier of QBs. This one is not in order. I can't really shuffle this in order, this one fully. That was kind of like going back and forth. So I was like, I just put them in the tiers right here. You guys can rank them yourself. But if I was ranking them, I probably would have this guy first though. Jalen Hurts. I have Jalen Hurts first. And this right here, you know, Jalen Hurts is an amazing player, a very good quarterback. You know, he had a little down year last year. Still had a lot of rushing touchdowns, but had a down year. You know, the injuries and stuff that happened, and his team started off hot. And they kind of fell off a little bit. Then lost that first round playoff game to the Bucs. But overall, Jalen Hurts is an amazing player. A very accurate quarterback. I know he had a little down year, like I mentioned before, but I think Jalen Hurts is a nice quarterback. And with him, you have a chance, opportunity to go out there and win a Super Bowl, contend for the Super Bowl. He got to the Super Bowl and fell a little short on the penalty that happened at the end. But I think overall, Jalen Hurts is that guy. Next, I have Brock Purdy on the list. Brock Purdy has led his team to the NFC Championships and has also led his team to the Super Bowl. They fell short in the NFC Championship game that one year, but then they got over the hump last year, but then they fell short in the Super Bowl. But I think, hey, third time the charm. You never know what can happen this third year. Brock Purdy has been showing you that being the last pick of the draft, going out there and making it happen. Now the 49ers had a scheme, of course, where they had like everything by timing. You know, Brock Purdy might not have the strongest arm, might not be the most talented, might not be the most athletic, but he has accuracy and timing. You know, they have certain plays they run up. We have throw it here at this certain time and this start and kind of like doing like that. But we also seen Brock Purdy say, hey, I'm not just a system type of guy. I'm a guy who can go out there when the pocket collapse, when things happen, I can make plays. And we seen him make that last year. People had that concern, like, oh, can Brock Purdy do this and do that? Last year, he went out there and made a lot of plays. You know, the pocket collapsed when the team started losing. When they got down, I think some injuries happened. And Brock Purdy, that Browns game, I remember people were saying, oh, they lost to the Browns, they lost this, so the Browns had the third string quarterback. Purdy let them down the field and just missed the field goal. You know, so he was doing big time things and showing you different ways to win and getting out the mud, being very gritty and tough. And Brock Purdy just showed us a different style to his game. So I had to put him up on this tier list right here. Amazing player up there. I think he's probably top 10 quarterback in this league, actually. Might be number 10, but he's definitely up there because he's been showing you, like, constantly. You want to see a guy win, he go out there and win. Just because he don't do flashy stuff doesn't mean he's not good. He's a very good player. Next, I got C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud is the only person from last year rookie class who I have up here. He looked phenomenal. Like I mentioned before, you go back and watch my old video, I was talking about the rookies. I said, I didn't say he was Aaron Rodgers. I said C.J. Stroud reminds me of Aaron Rodgers. His accuracy, his touch on the ball, and the way he can flick the ball, and the way he can just like, the way he can just get the ball out of his hand quickly, quick release, and he's very patient as well. He don't force a lot of things as well. He's patient. He'll pick what the defense gives him, take what the defense gives him, and then he'll find a way to hit on the big one down the field. And C.J. Stroud did a phenomenal job last year with the Texans, and the Texans got even better. They got Stephon Diggs at it. They got Joe Mixon at it. Daniel Hunter at it as well. So C.J. Stroud going to show us some real stuff next year. So it's going to be very crazy. But yeah, I have him on this list as well in this tier ranking. And I also have Dak Prescott. Of course, you know Dak is good. Kyler Murray, Jared Goff, who's got paid some big time money. Jared Goff has proved himself. They threw him to the Lions. It's like, oh, you're gonna go over there and just die. He said, no. We'll go here and we're gonna build an empire, build a legacy. And the Lions have been very good the past few years. You know, they went 9-8 that one year. Then last year they got to the NFC Championship game, and this year I think they could possibly be the first seed in the NFC. I feel like they have the ability to do that. They added more pieces. They have their core. The coach is amazing, Dan Campbell. So we're gonna see some great things for the Lions. And Jared Goff, I think he's a good quarterback, and he's definitely, you could probably argue maybe he's top 10, like entering this on 2024 really, because the way he's been playing the past few years. Matthew Stafford, of course, he's in this tier. Baker Mayfield, a guy who's just gutsy, just very gutsy. I didn't like Baker with the Browns because the Browns fandom and stuff. I know I'm still a fan, so don't merge too well. But Baker Mayfield as a player, and his toughness, I love it. Love it. Go out there and just find a way to win, find a way to get it done. And the Buccaneers are a perfect fit for him too. I think they're gonna do some good things. Last year, even me, I was wrong too. I thought the Buccaneers was going to just, be a terrible team, like go out there and just be a terrible team and probably, finish awfully. But they went out there, made the playoffs, won a playoff game, and Baker Mayfield led the charge. I think they added some more pieces too this year as well, so they're going to be a team to be looking out for. I think Baker Mayfield is going to be leading that pack very well. Aaron Rodgers in this tier list as well. It's not in order either, guys. So I'm like, it's in order, and it's not in order. Aaron Rodgers, Tua, Kirk Cousins, of course. Justin Herbert shouldn't be here. He should be up there with the elites, but he has kind of been inconsistent. Most time, you look at his numbers, you look at his play overall, it's always good, but I feel like you see moments and flashes where he's elite, but then sometimes you see him revert back down. Maybe it could be the coaching staff, but now he got Coach Harbaugh coming in, a guy who is very creative. He did the 49ers a few years ago with Michigan, getting them their first national championship in a while. So yeah, I think overall, Mr. Herbert should be able to kind of muscle himself back up to being like elite level quarterback, being a top 5 quarterback in this league. But we're gonna see. Jordan Love is in this tier as well. Jordan Love was amazing last year. Just amazing things. Going on the road and winning that playoff game was amazing. Almost beating the 49ers, came close, fell a little short, but hey, Jordan Love is that guy. And I have Geno Smith in this tier list as well. Geno Smith has shown us some great things ever since he got to being a starter. Actually, ever since he got to the Seahawks, really, he's been a good quarterback overall like that. I don't think he's enough to help them win a championship, but if they had everything around him almost perfectly, like great defense and great stuff around him, he probably could be the one at turning factors. Geno Smith is a good quarterback, good player. He turned his whole career around. And I think the Seahawks, with him, they can win and get to the playoffs. I don't think they can win and get to the NFC Championships or get to the Super Bowl, but they can definitely get in the dance with Geno Smith. So this is my tier ranking for tier 2 for the good quarterbacks. It's not in order either, so if you guys would like to order them, you can order them in the comment section. But we're gonna move on to the last ranking, the last tier spot, which is the tier 1, which is the elite tier. The last 4 quarterbacks remain. Well, actually, the last 4 quarterbacks remaining. Yeah. So let's get into that. Okay, guys, this is the final tier, which is the elite tier, of course. And I'm gonna start from the bottom. The person I had at the bottom was Josh Allen, the 4th spot. Now I was kind of torn. I don't know if I want to put him in a good tier or I want to put him in an elite tier. But I feel like he's a little bit better than these quarterbacks right here. Now, Jalen Hurts is another guy too. I feel like who can be there. And C.J. Stroud could move himself to the elite tier as well. But he only had one season, so if he have another season like that, if he did last year, he put himself up there as well. Same with Brock Purdy as well. You never know. Brock Purdy showed some stuff last year that was very good. A lot of people keep doubting him and he discredited him. But I think Jalen Hurts can be up there as well too. He can get back on track. But Josh Allen, I put him up there in the 4th spot. I feel like Josh Allen has what it takes. He has intangibles. He's an amazing player. Been in the AFC Championship game once before. Fell short to the Chiefs. And other opportunities as well to the Chiefs as well. Like I think he lost to the Chiefs like 3 or 4 times in the playoffs, which is crazy. They just can't get over that hump of beating the Kansas City Chiefs. So we're gonna see if Josh Allen can maybe do it this season, or what can happen. I feel like Josh Allen has enough talent to get it done. He has what it takes to get over that hump. But I just feel like I don't know. I feel like he get it done one time, at least once. He at least get it done one time and give him a championship once. But it was kind of torn between. I don't want to put Josh Allen in the good tier, tier 2, or the first tier, the top tier. So it's kind of a little like hard for me to choose. But I put him in the 4th spot. 3rd, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, I have no questions about his game at all. No questions about his game. The only thing is that the health concerns, his body. Joe Burrow, every time he's healthy, AFC Championship game, Super Bowl. When he wasn't healthy, he had the ACL tear. Then he last year broke his finger. I think he tore like a ligament in his hand or something like that, some crazy injury that happened. He missed the rest of the season. But besides that, Joe Burrow, when he's healthy, he's getting his team to the AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl. And he also beat Mahomes multiple times before. So he's not afraid of the Chiefs. He's not afraid. He beat the Bills before too as well. He's not afraid of a lot of these teams. Very good player. Very good quarterback. You have no concern about his game. He's very accurate. He can run when he has to. Got a strong arm. Make plays. Great timing. Play recognition and everything. He's a very good quarterback. It's just the health concerns of his body. Is he going to be able to stay healthy? And that's probably why he's not higher on this list right here. He could be number 2, but he's not higher because of the health concerns of his body. Because he could be MVP really. I think that one year, one year that he fell short in the MVP thing, but he could have been MVP that year. He had 70% completion percentage, and he was going crazy. But Joe Burrow got to stay healthy. Got to find a way to stay healthy. So hopefully he can stay healthy. But in terms of play style, no concerns. He's a very good player. Moving on to the 2nd spot. 2-time MVP, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's an amazing player. A lot of people doubted him, but remember, I always say, I said Lamar Jackson don't have any weapons. Last year he finally got some weapons. He got Zay Flowers. I'm bringing up Marquise Brown. Marquise Brown is cool and all, but he's not like that. Zay Flowers, I think, is a better player than Marquise Brown is. Fits the Ravens perfectly. He had weapons added to his team, and Lamar Jackson got his team to the AFC Championship game. They fell short. Now Lamar Jackson didn't play his style in that AFC Championship game, but I think if he get there again, he'll find a way to get over the hump. But Lamar Jackson's an amazing player, 2-time MVP. You can't be a 2-time MVP and not be an elite tier. He's an amazing player. No one can do what he does. Phenomenal athlete. Can throw inside the pocket, outside the pocket, and make a lot of different things happen. Lamar Jackson is going to get back to even his older self. They say he dropped from 235 to 205, so kind of a smaller frame, get back to that speed-like frame. So we're going to see him probably make even bigger steps, bigger strides to improvement. And number 1, we have on his list, of course, is Patrick Mahomes, like I mentioned before earlier in the video. 3-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time MVP, 3-time Super Bowl MVP. I think 2-time first team All-Pro and 5 Pro Bowls. He's just unstoppable. Unstoppable force. Top 10 quarterback of all time now. But basically, he compares the accolades to a lot of the other quarterbacks. They don't have this type of awards. They don't have that many MVPs or that many Super Bowl MVPs or those type of championships. Mahomes is a different level. I think Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league right now. Probably, you argue, maybe the best player in this league as well. I think best players would be like Mahomes. I think who else would be up there? T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett, Michael Parsons be up there as well. Tyreek Hill will be up there, some of the best players in this league. But Mahomes, probably, you can argue, probably the best player in this league. Definitely the best quarterback. So he's number 1 on my list. And this is how my tier ranking list goes. You guys can see the full thing on the screen. Elite tier, good tier, limbo tier, the nope tier, which is the 5th spot, and then the rookies tier. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys probably in a few days. Because actually, when you guys see this video, it might be, I don't know what day I'm uploading. It might be either Monday or Wednesday. But you guys see it. Just know I'll probably won't upload the next day. It depends. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a comment section down below what you guys think. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.